All right, first on the show, LXME, they help women make better financial decisions. They're offering tailored products like mutual funds, and it's a community of 400,000 plus women. They raised about $1.2 million in their seed round, led by Kalari Capital. Preeti Rathi Gupta is the founder, now joining in. Thanks so much for taking time out. So tell us a little bit more about who were the investors that participated and what you will do with the fundraise.
So very quickly, of course, when we started this fundraise, we were at a stage where we had validated a lot of our assumptions when it came to women and money management. And I think the idea was really to scale up from here. I think hugely excited to have Vani come on board, as part of the CXXO initiative of Kalari. And along with her, of course, a lot of notable investors. So for us, I think these funds are essentially now to look at growth, which is essentially scaling up market outreach. There is, so when it comes to women, for example, we've realized that along with financial products, there's a lot of non-financial services that you need to build along on the platform. So we'll be using these funds to build that out using technology. So that's broadly our two areas of this fund utilization.
Sure. So essentially, you're talking about being a platform that is designed to help women make better financial decisions. So how is it different from a regular financial platform?
That's a great question. I think we get that asked all the time. So look, I've come from financial services, been here 2 decades. And I think one of the biggest glaring gaps was while the industry grew by leaps and bounds, the women were getting left behind. And I think when I sort of, dug little deeper into saying why, what were the reasons that women were not coming to, one financial advisors, large financial services companies, but also why were they not present on a lot of the digital platforms that already exist? And I think we sort of understood 2, 3 big friction points. And I will just leave aside the social conditioning and all of that already exists. But I think most importantly, money management is a behavioral science. And the large financial services industry actually reaches out to women with communication, reaches out to the world with communication, which is directed more at men. It addresses their behavior. So one, I think to make communication content very relatable to women, address their behavior towards it, was what we started with. And we understood that was one of the biggest friction points. Second was, even when they understood, women didn't really have a platform where they would come and discuss money. So we created a community which enables a lot of peer-to-peer interaction. It sort of helps them build trust in themselves to do this. And most importantly, I think what women suffer from and the reason that they don't take to financial planning for themselves is time poverty. There's so much on our plate that we feel, okay, this can take, this is probably not, this is something I can leave to later or to somebody else. And which is why the way we've created this platform, it's very time efficient. Their ability to take quick decisions around money management, it could be saving, investing, or borrowing, is very, very fast. So I think using a few of these tools, and like I said, building all the non-financial services around it, for example, community is one of them, creating or making that journey less intimidating and far more, time efficient for them. For example, one of the things we have on our platform is a financial security score. So when women start managing their money, they don't really look at, what returns will I make? They essentially have a goal in mind, and the primary purpose of that goal is actually security of their money or their financial security. So we've launched actually a way of them assessing their financial security score and then going ahead from there to then, take recommendations and say, okay, this is the next step that I can do.
And what's the kind of community that you have? I believe it's 400,000 plus across your various channels. How do you plan to grow that?
Absolutely. So I think, like I said, the core of what we built, or the core of Lakshmi, is really this community of women, which is now about 4.5 lakh women. who actually come together, discuss money. There's a lot of peer-to-peer interaction. They pose their questions, they talk about money opportunities, challenges, and Lakshmi plays the role of moderator because we are talking money, it's serious business. We come in and make sure that whatever information that is shared, we are able to put out the pros and cons of it. I think for us, community is actually the other benefits of community is it brings down our cost of servicing. But most importantly, community has a huge network effect. So one of the biggest reasons or the biggest sort of, reason for us to grow over the last 1 year has been referrals from this community. And therefore, I think when a community member refers another woman, she comes in with higher trust, higher intent. And for us, that's the big flywheel. So we obviously want to sort of increase that outreach, one by building a very, very sort of exciting referral program, but beyond that also increase outreach by partnering with a lot of where we become the embedded finance for a lot of platforms where the end customer is a woman. It could be e-commerce platforms, it could be large women communities, it could be fashion portals, to sort of then get like a much larger, and which is where technology plays an important role, where Lakshmi will be embedded into a third party platform.
And can you share details? Are you making money? Are you profitable? What's your revenue target?
So we're very early stage right now. I think I would call ourselves still pre-revenue because our monetization is essentially on financial products, and we distribute via mutual fund distributors, and therefore that takes, a trail income on that takes some time to scale up. We are pre-revenue, but along with our mutual fund, as well as we are an aggregator platform for fixed deposits for lending, we see that revenue building up over the next 2-3 years. So by the third year, we should be at break even or profitable. So it's still early stage for that. We've raised about 1.2 million in this round, and we look forward to actually doing the next raise pre-series A in the next 8 months to a year. I think for us right now, it's all about scaling up, building out our technology. And as you know, a women's market or really addressing this space, it is right now it's more about getting women onto the platform. And then I think understanding, or sort of we've validated what really makes that journey for a woman who comes onto the platform to investment. When we started, it was almost 9 months to 6 months to 3 months. Now it takes a woman about 15 days to 20 days to really take that first step of investing. So working on that is what our focus is right now.
Sure, fair enough. So what's the long-term plan?
So for us, I think to make, obviously the long-term vision is that every woman in India, Lakshmi should be enabling them a financial security, financial acumen platform. But over the next 4-5 years, we aim to reach about 20 million women. And the idea is really, can we actually create a wealth for them of $10 to $15 billion? And I think for us, that number is very, very essential because that sort of moves the needle in terms of really making that shift happen. In terms of, the minds of women or the society at large understanding, yes, that is a sizable chunk of women managing their money. But look, if I look at a long-term perspective, there are 560 million women with bank accounts in India, and less than, 7 to 8 million women actually invest. And I keep saying you can take this number with a pinch of salt because a lot of these, women who are apparently investing are actually, that investment is being done by their husbands or fathers or brothers or some man in the family or a chartered accountant. So we really want that big opportunity, where you have 1 or 2, less than 1 million women actually taking charge of their money, to the opportunity of 560 million women in India. Given that now money management is so democratized, you can actually begin your investment journey with just 100 rupees a month. So we see this vast opportunity, and we definitely want to be the lead player here. We want to be the first name when it comes to women and money. And I think the 20 million women or 30 million women that we onboard first over the next couple of years will move the needle and will be the large influencers in this space for women around them.
All right, good to have you on board. Thanks so much for joining in.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.